Hey guys, it's Jason from Perform 360, and I was having one of these chats with a new member, and one of her goals was to achieve a pull-up. I guess for a lot of females out there, it's one of those goals that seems unachievable, but also at the top of their list in terms of strength. So what we wanted to do is have a look at her mobility and see if it was a strength or a mobility issue, and we sort of realised that it wasn't just a strength issue. She had trouble getting in position, so what we're going to do is discuss, I guess, things that can help her achieve a better pull-up, and then obviously achieve that goal a lot sooner than later. So, okay, what we're going to do is, first and foremost, we're going to have a look at some chin-ups that are done poorly. We see it all the time in the fitness industry, not obviously in Perform 360, but there's a lot of pull-ups that just aren't doing, great things for the shoulder joint, the neck. So Sonny is actually demonstrating a poor chin-up. Yes, she's getting her chin over bar, but you have a look at that external rotation in the shoulder, which is, you're right, Sonny, going to really over-activate those traps, yeah? We see that all the time. Now, what we want to do is obviously look at that and go, right, okay, Sonny's using everything she can to get up to the bar, which means that she's going to activate traps and actually not get the benefit of the lats and things like that mid-trap, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. So first and foremost, I think that could be a upper spine issue or a shoulder mobility issue. And then we're going to look at, is it just an activation issue as well? So we're going to jump down into the kneel. So the kneel thoracic mobility drill. So Sonny's just on her knees, got a nice height box, and she's going to tuck her hips under a little bit, okay, which is neutral or slightly posterior, and then she's going to drop down to increase mobility in this thoracic spine, okay? We're not going to get a huge movement because we're taking out the lumbar. Okay, so she's going to increase that mobility through that thoracic region. Obviously, it's a nice lat stretch as well, and getting a bit of tricep through here as well. So I would hold that for at least 60 to 90 seconds. But for the purpose of this blog, we'll race through it. So get the idea with that. Great stretch. Okay. All right. So the next one I'm going to get Sonny to do is the seated shoulder stretch. So I'll get you sitting straight on the ground. Yep. Okay. Hands behind your back. Okay. Ideally, legs out nice and straight for me. Ideally, we want to see these hands touch. If we can get the fingertips to touch, like Sonny can, not all of us will have that mobility in the shoulder capsule to achieve this, but Sonny can. So from there, can you wiggle your bum out a little bit? Right. Okay. Not everyone's going to have shoulder mobility like this. Okay, but that is kind of like our end result. So it's great for loosening up through anterior delt, loosening up this pec shoulder issue that could be the reason, stretching out those long head of bicep. We've got the forearms, everything that could be inhibiting that pull-up. Excellent. Once again, I would be holding 60 to 90 seconds. Excellent job, Sonny. All right. From that, so we've done some thoracic looseners, pec release, bicep release. Now we're going to go into some activation drills. Okay. So if it was a strength issue, we see mid-trap not getting used nowhere near enough in the pull-up. Okay, they tend to want to pull with their biceps. Okay, so Sonny's in this passive hang where the delts are touching the ears or the biceps, and then she's going to go into an active hang. Now that is already recruiting everything from lat, rhomboids, mid-trap, which is the often neglected muscle. Yeah, big stretch, pulling through. Awesome, okay? You do 10 of those, and that's a good cue. That's how the start of the pull-up should actually start. When you're doing chin-up, it should go from passive, active, and then pull. Awesome, cool. Doing a few sets of those. Now we're gonna go and regress the chin-up to make it realistic to see what we can achieve, okay? So obviously bands are a great way to regress your pull-up, okay? So Sonny, you can put your bands in. All right. You can just do a normal pull-up for me. Okay, what we're looking for, great pull-up, elbows are tucked in, chest is nice and high, and then slowly down. So we're not over-activating through the upper traps. Good, just there, nice wide back. We're going to look at those traps, making sure they're not too much activation happening there. And again, so Sonny pulls, activates, lats on. Perfect. Cool. Or another way, if you wanted to regress a pull-up, is focus on the eccentric. Eccentric component is the lowering phase of the pull-up. Okay? A lot of girls can do this no problem. They can lower themselves. They just have a lot of trouble pulling themselves up. So Sonny's going to use a box, and she's going to do a slight jump, and she's going to hold at the top, keeping the shoulder blades down, and then lowering herself down till full extension. Good. Jumping back on the box. Yep. Up we go. Hold. So those shoulder blades are down. Keep activating on the way down. Control. Awesome. Perfect. So there's your solutions, guys. So we've got two mobilities, one active type mobility or active component to it, and then a regression. And in a matter of no time, you'll be able to achieve your first pull-up. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.